Welcome back, YouTube pipe smokers. Mutton Chop Piper here. Well, this video is entitled A Discussion on a Lazy Sunday Afternoon. Today here where I live, it's about 67 degrees. It's a rarity that we get this kind of day, so I've been out kind of piddling, doing a few things outside, kind of getting things ready for spring. And while I was out there working, I thought, I ought to do a video about how often I smoke, what I smoke, and when I smoke. So that's what this video is all about. Now, before we get started, a little bit of housekeeping. I'm smoking out of my Savinelli Hercules Rusticated, and in it I'm smoking some Solani Aged Burley Flake. That's one of my favorites. All right, well, first off, I'm going to tell you that I probably smoke way too much. During the week, I usually smoke around 3 to 4 bowls. During the weekends, it's usually 5 to 6 bowls. So you may smoke more than I do. You may smoke less than I do. But let's get started with the weekdays. Now, unfortunately, I have to work for a living, but I do get an hour for lunch. So during that hour, I usually try to whip out eating my food in 15 minutes or so. And then I go out to my car and I smoke one of 5 different tobaccos that I have jarred up at work. At work, I have Escudo. I have, I have Eileen's Dream. I've got Luxury Bullseye Flake. I've got Orlix Dark Strong Kentucky. And another blend that I picked up when I was in South Carolina. Now, usually here lately I've been gravitating toward the Orlick Dark Strong Kentucky. It really tastes good to me after I eat my lunch. So that will be my first smoke of the day. I usually don't smoke in the morning on weekdays because I have to be to work by 8 o'clock. So after that, I get home, usually around 5 o'clock. I check with my wife to make sure there's nothing that has to be done, no chores or anything. Take the dog out, make sure that he does his business. And then I eat my dinner. After dinner, my first smoke is around 6 o'clock. And I usually choose a vapor. Now, I have to tell you that I'm struggling with vapors. The Virginia in those vapors is, I guess for me, my cadence is just too fast, and it tends to burn my tongue quite often. So what I do is I'm practicing now to try to get my cadence down so that it won't burn me as bad. Sorry about that. I usually will start out with a vapor and I'll start smoking it. It'll start to burn me and I'll put it aside and let it cool off. And then I pick it back up. That's my second smoke of the day. The third smoke, you see most of the tobaccos that I like smoking here that are jarred up, but there's a box above me that holds other tobaccos that I'm either going through and evaluating whether I want that to be one of my regular smokes, or it may be tobacco that I've already said, okay, I like these tobaccos, but it's not going to be one of my everyday smokes. So I'll usually go through that box and say, I think Navigator from GOP's is in that box. I might pick that one and say, I think I'll choose this one to smoke, and I'll smoke that one. Then the last smoke is usually around 9:30 to 11. And I'll usually choose a deep English blend. Some of those English blends that I choose from are Gaslight from GOP's and possibly Quiet Nights, again, another GOP's. And then another one I like is, it's in here somewhere, Fusilier's Ration. I really like that one. So that will be one of my smokes that I smoke, tobaccos that I smoke, at the end of the day, it's got, most of them have a small sweet note, but they've got that full flavor that I really like, and I'll smoke that as my last smoke of the day. And then I'll go to bed around 11:30. Okay, so let's move on to the weekends. Now, on the weekends, I usually will choose I will most always choose an aromatic. Two of the aromatics that I've really enjoyed smoking, and I'll usually go either or, is one Drew Estate's Central Park Stroll or Eileen's Dream. I'll choose one of those. I usually go back and forth between those. Reason why I have an aromatic in the morning is because it kind of is akin to, at least here in America, we usually have something sweet in the morning for breakfast. Could be a bowl of cereal, could be cinnamon sugar toast, something like that. So that's why I smoke an aromatic in the morning. Usually start about 10 o'clock. Then I'll go out and I'll do whatever needs to be done in the yard work, or whatever needs to be done. Usually my next smoke is anywhere from 1 to 3. And again, I'll start on my vapors. I need to really kind of start trying to get those worked in to where they don't burn me. So I'm practicing using or smoking my vapors to try to get full flavor but no tongue burn. Usually I'll choose either, again, a Scudo or a Luxury Bullseye Flake. Sometimes I go full Virginia with capstan. Let's see what else is in here that I enjoy. One of those. Sometimes I'll choose Frogmorton Cellar. Just depends on what I feel like for that second smoke. Now the third smoke usually comes after I eat dinner around 6. And again, I'll go to the box and I'll pick a tobacco that I don't normally smoke, just to change up the taste. And then my last smoke usually is, again, another Deep English. Sometimes I'll change it up. Sometimes I may take and smoke some Dunhill Elizabethan mixture, or some Bingle slices maybe, or Russellet's Firestorm. But most of the time it's a Deep English, because I really like the way those taste. And that's it. That's how I go about each day smoking my tobaccos. I really enjoy smoking. I probably smoke too much, like I said before. But like I said, these tobaccos are the ones that I smoke on a regular basis. And something else I've been doing is I've been keeping a record of what I smoke and how often I smoke it. That information will be used at the end of the year when I do a video on either the 5, the 7, or the 10 of my favorite tobaccos. I'm probably going to do a little bit more, a little bit deeper evaluation of each tobacco. Some of the factors that are going to come into deciding what my favorite tobaccos are is going to be how often I smoke them, the packaging, do I like the way the tin looks, the smell and the texture of the tobacco, how do I like the aroma and the texture of the tobacco, how it smokes, if it smokes hot, if it smokes just right, the moisture content. I'm going to put a bunch of factors into those tobaccos that I choose as my favorites for the year. So that video will be coming, but it's a good 8 months off. So what I'm smoking now may change completely depending on what tobacco I discover. I may discover something in September that I just absolutely love and will knock something out of the list, and that one will be added to the list. So look forward to that. Well, that's about it. That's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got some good information from it. For you new pipe smokers and you intermediate pipe smokers, I'm doing this video for you so that you can kind of see exactly how I go about smoking my pipe, how often, and what I smoke. That way it's kind of used as a guide so that you can either emulate what I'm doing or say, well, you know, I can't really smoke that much, so I'm going to smoke my pipe a totally different way. So again, I hope you enjoyed it. And until we speak again or until my next video, I want to wish you and your family happy piping.